doesn't like the video, family, just getting warmed up. Y'all already know what it is. Jamie in the building. Ivan in the building. What's up, family? Every freaking night. Family, y'all come on in, y'all come on in. Family, welcome. Y'all already know what it is. T-LUV Talks. Damn, I started the show in my damn mouth. All right, that's better. All right, let's try this again. All right, y'all, welcome. T-LUV Talks Podcast, episode 14. What y'all thought we wasn't coming on tonight? We just late. Gotta stay up late, you know what I'm saying? Everybody in the bed, sleep. You can get on up and watch it later. It don't matter. The content is going to drop regardless. But, yeah, appreciate y'all chiming in again. Again, episode 14, beautiful thing. Keeping it going. You know what I mean? Just keeping the conversation flowing. You know what I'm saying? I built the platform for the family. You know what I'm saying? To stay in tune with everybody. To see what's good with everybody. To see how everybody moving. About to embark on a new year. It's a beautiful thing, you know what I'm saying? Everybody who made it to see this new one, you know what I'm saying? We had a lot of soldiers that didn't make it. But you know what I'm saying? We had a lot of soldiers that's still here. And for the ones that's still here, we're going to do some T-LUV Talks tonight, y'all. Hey, so blessings. Appreciate y'all. So, first thing first. Last week, we did pretty much a recap of the year. I'm going to kind of go back into a few more things that we talked about last week. So, I think this is important. I think it's an important topic. You know what I'm saying? That Kohn topic. We got to go back into that, y'all. Last week, I kind of dibbled and dabbled in it. And I talked about how black people pretty much make other people feel comfortable because it makes the situation seem less threatening. And what I mean by that is a lot of times we change ourselves. A lot of times we change ourselves when we get around other races of people. But if you know, I guess what I'm trying to say is the code of ethics that we use around each other is pretty much a code of ethics, a moral standard all over the planet. We are changing ourselves to be around other people. And what happens ultimately is you're suppressing a part of yourself. And we're going to talk about that tonight, man. We're going to talk about that tonight. A lot of times you got to where you feel like you have to be a certain way to be around people, to impress certain people, to make people feel comfortable. But at the end of the day, we have to really look at the pathology in us trying to be so perfect around other people. I think what we failing to understand is we are the perfect people. We strive for perfection. Most of our people are in heavy religious beliefs, spiritual beliefs, knowing of self beliefs, etc. You got even street dudes, black dudes have code of ethics and code of conducts or whatever. So what I'm saying is we've been bamboozled, family. We've been bamboozled. Hey, I appreciate everybody chiming in, checking in. Sharita, my cousin, family. Maurice, I see you. Everybody, peace and love to everybody. You watching the T-LUV Talks podcast, episode 14. But back to what I was saying, though. We've been bamboozled, y'all. We've been taught to be a certain way around certain groups of people. I'll go ahead and say it, white people. A lot of times when you out in your everyday, whether it's the grocery store, gas station, post office, whether it's back and forth to work, you seem to change when you come in contact with Europeans. And I think a lot of that goes back to us coming up in a paradigm of always having to suppress something as wonderful as a smile, is something as simple as a gaze, eye contact with another man. We couldn't do that to white people back in the day. So even laughing, I know laughing was always good. If you was laughing and chuckling, that goes back to the Kohn aspect of what we talking about today. So my thing is, and the reason why I'm saying we're being bamboozled, I want to get off track here, is because technically you're the moral standard already on the planet. Everybody is trying to mimic what you are doing on your everyday. I mean, let's be honest. Let's be honest. Let's talk about this. This country, it was created off the backs of black people. Let's just be honest about that. So, when we look at that, you have to look at every industry that was pretty much founded off of our behaviors. And this is what I mean by that. When you a slave and you out in the field working for master out there on the horse, whoosh, beating the shit out of you, you're going to have some excellent customer service. I ain't trying to be funny. I'm talking some real shit right now. When master owned all the land and he started giving you a little bit of the land and you start selling some of the land, you was excellent at it. You was a great realtor. You was an excellent salesperson because you didn't want to F up master what he had instilled in you. Okay? So, my thing is, we're not looking at the in-depthness of our behaviors. We're not looking at the in-depthness of our psycho-traumatic behaviors. We shuck and jive. We dance. All of this stuff is innately in us. But I ain't talking about the shucking and jiving. I'm talking about the dancing and singing. That's innately in us. But the shucking and jiving, the smiling too much, the laughing too much, and this goes out to a lot of my brothers out there. Some of my sisters too. But I'm really dealing with a lot of my brothers this evening, because I know the situation that the sisters been put in. But at the same time, I'm not going to let the sisters off the hook either, because y'all got a grave responsibility going forward. grave responsibility. You feel me? Y'all done been put in a position to where y'all entangled in corporate America with these Europeans on high major capacities, management, supervisory, things of that nature. So y'all got a responsibility too. And what I mean by that is y'all deal with a lot of these white boys inside of these boardrooms, inside of these round tables. And the black man was the first one to have a round table. Let's be clear on that. But y'all sit at those tables, black women. So it's going to come a point in time where you're going to be challenged. You're going to be challenged. You're going to be put in a situation to choose your blackness over, you know, their positions in the company. And y'all got to stand up to these white boys, because for one, they love you. They want to be with you. I'm just keeping it real. They admire you. They understand that you are the original woman. They do understand that you possess a certain essence with your melanin that they cannot receive from their counterpart. So they understand that. I appreciate everybody chiming in. I got Eddie, Javon, Perline. Hey, y'all go ahead and like the video, share the video if you feeling anything that I'm saying this evening. You watching the T-LUV podcast. This is episode 14, y'all. So, yeah, we just talking about going into 2019, you know what I'm saying? Without all of that buck dancing. I need, you know what I'm saying? Don't buck dance into 2019. Stand on your square, if that means anything to you. Stand with integrity going forward, moving into where we in a serious time right now. I know we all want to kind of, you know, sweep everything under the rug. You know, we want to still act like brothers not getting gunned down in the street. We want to act like the economic situation is getting better. We want to perceive that education is fair. We want to hope and wish that these people are going to have a level playing field with the insurance and how that works, and Social Security is like we're leaving our life in the hands of someone that does not want to see us succeed. So, with that being said, I think it comes with a point of renewing of the mind, because you're going to have to stop relying on these people to affect you in your day-to-day life. You're going to have to stop doing it. The voting situation, and I know we can go into that, but my debate on the whole voting situation is, if you can't tell me the policies that a person has that benefits you per se, then you are playing games, because you are going out there voting on a ballot just because somebody is black. And I told everybody before, y'all tripping, because I started doing the research on Stacey Abrams, the lady that was running for for Georgia governor kind of late in the game. And I was speaking on the positive nature of having that black image, that black woman, powerful woman in a powerful position. That does wonderful things for our people. But we also discuss that image is just not enough, because if we don't know what agendas these people have, and if the agendas affect us in a positive manner, you a fool for going out and voting for somebody if you don't know what they stand for. And I can assure you, you right there, the one that's looking, I can assure you, somebody when it voted for somebody and you did not know what that person truly represented. Because if you did know what that person represented, if you dug into what they planned on writing into law, or whatever they planned on, their agendas they plan on getting done, that agenda didn't have anything to do with you, your beneficial growth. I can assure you of that. In a lot of cases, sometimes it works for people, and usually who it works for is the people that already got money. And we already know most black folks don't have a lot of bread. That's why we having this conversation. Wendy, what's up? I appreciate everybody from chiming in. Y'all, please like the video, share the video. You watching the T-LUV Talks podcast, episode 14. We in the building. What? And we're going to keep dropping this information, keep dropping this knowledge. We're going to keep it interesting, keep it fun all day, every day. This is a smoke-friendly platform, so you better roll up while you listening to this shit so you could get on the level. Or maybe not. Maybe you need to be sober so you can digest this shit. Maybe you need to do that. But yeah, y'all, I don't want to be so angry. It's not angry, it's passion. I don't want to be so passionate to where you can't get the message. 2019, I'm feeling good. I might have said going into 2018 earlier, but I think I said going into 2019. Please share the video, like the video. Much love to Lee Londa, just shared the video. I see Raina watching. She said she never get a chance to watch me. She at work, so shout out to Raina. Yeah. We gotta start walking in our truth, people. You gotta walk in your truth. I mean, I can give example after example after example, but a lot of us are afraid because I feel like fear has been downloaded. You've been taught to smile and chuckle and laugh and grin around Europeans. But what I'm here to tell you, especially my brothers, check yourself, review yourself, look at it. Look at yourself. If you go out to a gas station or to a store and you just feel like it's necessary when you see a white person, if you just naturally smile, like, just, hey, check yourself. Check yourself. Because a lot of times, the situations that we in, these people, they different from us. They don't understand what we going through. So even when you having the conversation, let's go beyond just, because that might seem a little mundane for you to walk up and say smile at somebody. Okay, that might seem a little mundane. But let's just say, for example, a lot of these conversations where you see these rednecks walk up on you and they want to talk about your children, for example. Oh, they so cute and all that. Stay away from my child. We know the history of these Europeans. They're pedophiles. A lot of them. There are some ones that, you know, deal straight by the book, but a lot of them is kind of within the DNA. Let's just be careful, man. I'm telling you, because you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. You can sit and act like you don't know what I'm talking about. But walk in your truth going forward 2019. That will make a lot of positive and real situations for you. What that does is, ultimately, is it allows you to, it's an invigorating formula to your spirit when you can walk in truth and deal with truth and understand that you don't have to dance for somebody that does not truly have you in their best interest. If you just dancing just to get along, you need to check yourself. Now, if you dancing for some economical gain, you might be, and we could talk about this. LeBron. Recently, LeBron been in the news. Apparently, LeBron tweeted some lyrics from 21 Savage. He got some slack behind it. If you didn't hear about that, the lyrics was, I didn't actually hear what the song was, but apparently 21 Savage used a reference regarding Jewish people about, I guess, having Jewish money or whatever like that. So LeBron retweeted or whatever. If you don't know, 21, he recently signed with a Jewish label, so he understands the dynamic now. Getting the millions of dollars, the big money, he understands the dynamic, so he put it in his lyrics. LeBron retweeted it. LeBron got some slack for it, and then whatever else he said. And LeBron, as a made man, had to come back within, I'm guessing they said it was in minutes, and apologize for the tweet. So even a person of that stature, like LeBron, who got so much to lose, has to do a little buck dancing. But what I can say about LBJ is he does represent his people. And even if he retracted that statement, I feel like his point was met. And you got to understand, he out in LA right now. You know, I mean, he probably going to be getting into the movies, probably going to be getting into all kind of documentary type things. I think he already got like a HBO special or something like that. So, you got to look out for LeBron, man. But I respect that brother. He one of the few brothers that I believe actually was able to get. I want to say he was able to get his school going in the States. I think everybody else, pretty much, even Oprah, failed with that. And I want to say Puffy working on something like that too. So anyway, that's another story. Anyway, but walk in your truth, people. I'm not saying have everybody in your business. I'm saying if your business is what makes you feel, complete, and that is your business, to make you feel complete, be complete in truth. Because again, you playing yourself. You playing yourself, seriously. You playing yourself. People respect when you being honest. You might not think so, but trust me, it's either going to be one or two things. I mean, it's just like in a relationship. If a guy has been infidel, he's been cheating on his girl or whatever, and, she might find some text messages or whatnot. He might say, hey, baby, yeah, I was out one night, got a little tipsy. That happened. She remembered the night he came in. Little female was all over me. She grabbed my phone, put my number in her phone or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Blase squad. Now, that truth gives that woman the opportunity to say, hey, you know what? By him being straight up with me, I can deal with that. You know what I'm saying? In reality, opposed to him saying, oh, shit, baby, I don't know how that number got in there. I think that was from, Leroy. Tyrone, he used my phone, whatever, little baby was at the store, that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? She ain't gonna be able to respect that shit. But if you be straight up with her, she can make that decision, and that's what happens when you do that. And that empowers the situation, because now she knows, damn, I got an attractive dude, and when he go out to the club, he be getting too drunk. So hey, maybe I better just check on him, make sure he don't have too much to drink when he going out, blah, blah, blah. Whatever. I'm just saying. Truth, family, truth. Stop shucking and jiving. Stop it, family. Stop it. What else we talking about? Living a lie. I guess we could piggyback off of that. What's up, Keela, family? Shanta, I see y'all out there. Peace and love. Please like the video. Share the video if you're feeling the content. This is the T-LUV Talks podcast. You watching episode 14. And we just talking about pretty much going into 2019 with your best moves. Avoiding energy vampires. What's an energy vampire? An energy vampire is somebody that just want to drain all the good that you have in you, and they don't want to replenish it. That's an energy vampire. Stay away from them. 2019, check yourself. Evaluate who's around you. If it's anybody around you that's pulling your light source, draining it, get them away. Whatever the situation may be. Because I'm going to tell you, you think you could help people sometime, and a lot of times us being the people that we are, again, that go back to us being the moral standard. You think you can help somebody, but what happens, people don't want to help themselves. And you could find yourself in a situation where you're being leached off of by an individual. And it could be anybody, your mama, daddy, sister, brother, auntie, nephew, uncle, niece, cousin. It could be anybody. Watch the energy vampires. Got energy vampires at your job. They always want to ride with you to lunch break, and they never got nothing on the gas tank. They always need a ride home. They never showing no love. You trying to be nice to people. You want to be nice. They got to get a ride every day, though. They ain't got nothing to... No. Can't keep sucking my energy. I have stuff to do. I have to be creative. I have to go places. You know what I'm saying? You can help people to a certain extent, but don't let people suck your energy. Don't let people vampire your energy. You feel me? Next year. Stay away from that, y'all. 2019. Man, what's going on, big bro? Chris Kohn in the building. Yeah. Man, I appreciate everybody watching, chiming in. T-LUV Talks. It's going to be more T-LUV Talks to come, y'all. Looking forward to 2019. You know, I appreciate y'all. For real, for real. You know, like I said, I started this platform just for the family. Stay engaged. Keep the content, keep the information. You know what I'm saying? I usually try to have some special guests on the platform so y'all don't get bored with me. I tagged a few people in tonight. I don't know who is up and on board with me, but usually we try to go at least about 2 hours. You know what I'm saying? I try to go at least about 2 hours. We may take a little break in between time. But yeah, though, y'all. Anybody got any questions for me, please be sure to reach out with your questions. Hit me up. Be sure to comment on the video. I see my sis looking, Angela. What's up, Angela? Peace and blessings and love. Let me see who else I got out there. We got quite a few people watching this evening, y'all. So we're gonna keep it. We're gonna keep it moving. I'm working on just a brief segue here. I'm working on some new music right now. I played a new song in the beginning of the podcast, and we'll play it again. It is not finished. I just sent it off to a good friend of mine who will be doing his thing with it. And we'll probably be doing another song shortly after that. So y'all look out for the new music. Make sure y'all checking out the YouTube page. The YouTube page is let me get that for you. Make sure I have that down pat for y'all. All right, so the YouTube page is Mr. Mr. Tony Tony Love It 1. So Love It is LUVIT. So Mr. Mr. Tony. Well, let me spell the whole thing out. Mr. Tony Luvit 1. So that's the YouTube page. Make sure you go to the YouTube page, check out the content. All of the podcasts go up on the YouTube page like a day or two after I do them on Facebook. So they always will be on there if you want to go on there and comment and like or whatever, something you've seen on the podcast. You didn't feel comfortable commenting on it on Facebook, you can always go to YouTube. And then, again, make sure you go to YouTube and check out the new song, I Choose You, by T-LUV. So, yeah, y'all go in there and check that out. But, yeah, love you too, sis. I see everybody chiming in. I got Cedric chiming in. Peace and blessings to everybody. Y'all share the video, like the video. Please, if you want to get in on the topic tonight, you want to chime in, you want to expound on some of the things that I'm saying, you are more than welcome to go ahead and chime in and expound on some of the things that I'm saying. I see Drew just chiming in. Peace and blessings. Like the video, family. But moving forward, stop living the lie. And that go back into living the truth. It's just kind of the polarity of living in your truth. Stop living the lie. And what I mean by that is a lot of us are not listening to that divine inner God. Okay? So we've been trained to not understand meditation. So we got to get better with meditation going forward too into the new year. You feel me? Find a ritual, get in your silent place so you can start hearing those things, those moves, those things that you need to be doing to move forward. A lot of times there's so much going on around you. You know, you may not be a churchy person or whatever it is, but you can still get into a quiet place, meditate, listen to that inner God that's within you so that you can get direction. And that goes back into what I was saying, stop living in a lie. A lot of times you're dealing with a certain situation. It might be a certain person that you're in business with. This might be for you. It might be a certain person that you're in a relationship with. That can either be husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend. That could just be co-worker, associates, hangout people, whatever the situation is. You have nourished something that is detrimental to you, that particular individual. You love them, but it's a love, jealousy, love, hate, love, envy, love, love what you could do for me, I could do for you, back and forth love, you know, that type of thing. So, my thing is, stop living that lie, because ultimately that goal piggybacks into the vampire energy, vampire drainers. Okay, stop it. If you know you in your quiet place, you can't function in a complete peace and a happiness. Person is continues to drain you, you have to get away from these people. you have to get away from these people, because what'll happen is you'll stay in one stagnant spot. You'll stay right where that person is, especially if you closely connected to that person. So that's another thing we're going to have to do, family. I know we don't want to cut people off going forward into the new year, but stop living that lie. You think somebody is for you, but in your spirit is already talking. It's already told you this person is a vampire. This person really isn't good for me. That's our main thing. We try to fight stuff, but when you keep hearing the same thing in here and in here in your peace place, and it keep coming back to you, act on it. Because if you don't act on it, you're going to lose. I promise you, you're gonna lose. I see my people, Janice chiming in, Margaret chiming in. Peace and love, family. Like the video, share the video. This episode 14, T-LUV Talks podcast. If you want to expound on anything that I'm talking about tonight, please feel free to comment. Feel free to chime in. Y'all know I'm going to be in the building for at least 2 hours. We'll take a break here in a minute. You know what I mean? Because my glass is getting extremely empty. And I cannot function without something to drink. I don't know if this allows you to add this as a watch party, but if it does, go ahead and do the ad as a watch party. We want as many people viewing this content as possible. The podcast is not going to stop. Every week is getting better, is more proficient, is more efficient. The information is legitimate. The information is researchable. And whatever that you can't research, that what I'm saying is probably because it's in my heart and you won't be able to find it in a book or any type of library or any type of other information or resource. Google, you won't be able to find it because it's coming from here. And that's another thing too. Segue into listen to yourself, your heart. Listen to that inner voice when it's giving you powerful information. And again, that normally happens when you in your quiet place. When you quiet, when you by yourself. A lot of times it's good to probably be in a dark area, you know. Sometimes it's good to be in a nature setting, but start spending some alone time getting those messages. Ivan, I see you, bro. What's up, family? Start spending that alone time with yourself, with the creation of life itself, the creator, creatress, the energy. And get those downloads. Download your own thoughts. Nigga, stop listening to everybody else, because once you listen to everybody else, that's how you get jammed up out here. Listen to your own inner thoughts. That's why I tell people all the time, people that work for themselves, I salute people that work for themselves, people that got their own businesses. I mean, I respect everybody getting their hustle on or whatnot, but I'm just saying, because a person that work for themselves, they able to create, they able to create their own, lane. I love that, man. Get into that this next year. Go forward. Be a creator, family. Got to create in 2019. Got to create. If you have been contemplating some type of business, some type of something you working on, get around somebody that's going to help you nourish that family. If you're around somebody that ain't going to help you nourish that family, you're going to be in a world of disbelief, because you're not going to be manifesting. You're just going to be stagnant. So you're going to be like, damn, what's this, that. No. Get around people that appreciate what you're doing. Get around people that see your vision. Be around positive-minded people. Get away from the vampires, the energy vampires. They want your blood. Get away. You know what I mean? Please, family. But yeah, if you want to comment on the video, please feel free. More than happy to comment on the video. T-LUV Talks Podcast, episode 14. All the episodes go on YouTube, you know, a couple days later, so you can always go back on there and watch the content. If this is your first time watching, I appreciate you. I know I've been adding a lot of new friends, so, you know, I appreciate y'all. Y'all like, who is this dude? I'm T-LUV, Jacksonville, Florida native, born and raised, singer, songwriter, just to give y'all some background on me. Currently in the ATL right now, but extensive music background, European school, you know, from church, done stage plays, I performed in talent shows. I've done all kind of stuff. I've done all kind of stuff through the years. I currently am the CEO also of KMG Kohn Music Group, which is my own music group entertainment company. So, which I am the only artist at this point. And also, we're doing the podcast. I gotta stop saying I said like 7 times. They tell you in interviews, don't say Getting down to the nitty gritty. Y'all know what time it is. This shit get strong when it get down to the end like that. You gotta watch it, selector. In the meantime, between time, let me see if I got something to play for y'all. Like the video, share the video, comment on the video. Make sure you go back and watch the video if you didn't see it from the beginning. I like to now just play original beats so I have issues.
What shit you gonna do, baby? Got something for your ass. Sit your ass back, let's ride. You got some motherfucking explaining to do. Talking that shit. I got something for you.
T-LUV. This is not me, y'all.
Get back in this drop top and let a nigga molest you. Hands on your thighs, bitch, and a nigga just wanna caress you. Rude boy on deck, girl, and me wanna come test you. Come bless you with wet you. When a nigga just wanna come sex you.
Okay, I'm gonna put that down. I'm gonna roll it over.
Scoop right up off your feet and walk around the house on this dick like you want that in your grip. You never met a nigga like Monster. Like you wanna grab this dick in the headlock and hit me with your tonsils and karma. That's a bitch. You was talking all that bitch.
Time out. That shit too strong. I gotta get something to drink. I gotta refresh my drink. So we're gonna go ahead and take a break, y'all. Y'all check this out. We'll be back in a few minutes. Funk Shop. Be back, y'all. Taking a quick break.
And drinking beer. Now I'm on federal papers. You know the smell come on me is weed vapors. I don't You gotta
Blow my mind,
turn me.
out.
I wanna get with you. Gotta fuck me up. What's in your cup? I gotta fuck with you.
Yeah. All right, y'all. We back. We back, Nick. We back. T-LUV Talks, episode 14. It's yours truly, Mr. T-LUV. Yes. What y'all thought we was gonna stop, Nick? What y'all thought we was gonna stop, Nick? Nah, we're gonna keep the content, we're gonna keep the information, we're gonna keep everything popping, we're gonna keep it going. I see Shanika watching, Cheryl watching. Peace and love to everybody just not chiming in for the first time. I've been adding friends like crazy, so I guess that's always good. I can reintroduce myself. I'm T-LUV. Born Antonio Kohn from Jacksonville, Florida. Duval County, from Sweetwater. Huge family on the west side of town, so you know, you from Jacksonville. It's apparently it's the largest city in the continental United States land-wise. So people-wise, we ain't all the way there with people, but I think that's a good thing because a lot of these major cities are getting oversaturated with people, and eventually, you know, it's cool in the beginning. You know, you got all these new businesses and new opportunities and all of this going on, but after a while, the traffic start getting crazy. You know, people have mad road rage. So I love my city. I love Duval. I love Jacksonville. Even though I live in Atlanta right now, still north part of Atlanta. Everybody know the story about Atlanta. It's Black Hollywood. Y'all look at my drink. I ain't even try to do that either. It's just how it works. Cause I put like 3 juices in my thing. And this looks so good. I gotta add something to it. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna add a little bit. Oh, just a little bit. Just a little bit of it. Just a swig. Ain't gonna put too much of that in there. Just a swig. Cause we may smoke one more. And we do not need our you know. See, I'm already messing up. I'm trying to say my word slurred. Couldn't even think of the word. But anyway, just to recap tonight's show, going into 2019, y'all, fellas, ladies, eliminate the bull. Eliminate the vampires, the energy suckers. Walk in this new year in the truth. And if you've heard my message in the past, I do speak a lot of pro-black. I speak a lot of, this is the term, I think this it's a good term. I speak a lot of straight black pride is what I speak. I speak a lot of straight black pride. Rewind that shit if you need to rewind that shit. I do speak a lot of straight black pride. So, if you watch my platform and for some reason you don't like straight black pride, you may not be entertained, you know, when you watch me, because I deal with a lot of that. I mean, yeah, that's what I know, so that's what I deal with. So for the ones who want to tap into a new mindset, check me out. You know what I'm saying? Well, I try to go on Thursday, 8-ish. You know what I mean? Because that's what it's about. You know what I'm saying? Going forward in the new year. Of course, y'all know I talk about everything. I'm going to talk about, you know, stuff that happened in the world. We talked about LeBron earlier and the 21 Savage situation. Y'all going to hear me talk about Cardi and, you know, Kodak Black and, you know, situations like that, whatever's coming up. But mainly, I want to deal with a lot of cases on the mental, the mental um, energy that we put towards a lot of those things. First of all, that has absolutely nothing to do with us. So y'all will hear me deal with a lot of that shit too. You feel me? So we gonna deal with that because a lot of times y'all heard me give an example about sports too in the past where niggas be watching the game and the females can identify and you'll hear your man in the room and then he'll be sitting there yelling when somebody score a touchdown or when somebody block a shot or hit a jump or whatever. You'll hear him yelling in the other room and you'll be like, damn nigga, what the hell is going on? For the women that don't really not really into sports. And of course, his team did something good, obviously, if he cheering or whatever, but at the same time you like, damn, nigga, you not even at the game. You in, debate in your man cave in the basement. God, leave, player, calm down. You have, you're not even around none of the real fan energy. You know what I mean? That's why they call people fans when you at those games. You know what I'm saying? You fans. A fan is an energy source. If you research what a fan is, the definition of a fan is like a energy source. It's a turbine. So that's why they call people fans. So you actually when those players are in that stadium and they feeling the energy from all of those people, it's a fan. You know what I'm saying? That's why a lot of times home field advantage gives the home team the advantage. You know what I'm saying? Because they got the most fans. But a lot of times, you know, on the other side of it, that don't matter a lot of times because the other person will just have the better team or whatever, and they'll still win. But that's just to talk about how that works. So, but yeah, what was my point? Get you some fans. Get you some good energy sources around you. We'll segue into that. Get you some good energy sources. The opposite of the vampires. Get you some fans around you like LeBron. Stop living vicariously through these other people. My own shaker here. My own stirrer. And we talked about that last week as well. I see Dale chiming in. Peace and blessings to everybody chiming in. Like the video, share the video, family. This is the T-LUV podcast, episode 14. You could have been anywhere else right now, but you watching your boy, you fucking with me. But yeah, we talked about that last week though. We talked about that last week. Having people basically living vicariously through a lot of these entertainers and athletes. And I spoke on creating your own championship, nigga. And you like, what you mean by that, T-Love, creating your own championship? A lot of us are watching these championship games. You pick your team that you enjoy watching throughout the year. Whether it's the Lakers. Everybody on the Lakers now. LeBron slid over there. You like to follow your best player. I used to be like that or whatever. I don't really even be tripping off of it no more because I have a different mental perception of it now because it does take a lot away from what I'm doing when I'm sitting in front of a television watching an hour, 2-hour game or whatever, what I could be doing else productive. So that's just me personally. But anyway, the vicarious nature of living through an athlete, profession, or entertainer, whatever, you have to get to a point where you're creating your own championship. You can't live through somebody else. And whatever that championship may be, it may just be, your championship may be not going to the club for 6-7 months. And after that 6-7 month period, you may say, shit, every time I go to the club every Friday or at least 3 times a month, Friday and Saturday sometime. I spend at least $75 to $100 when I go out. My goal might be to save $150, $200 every week for 6 months straight. You know what I'm saying? At the end of that, nigga, that's my championship, nigga. You know what I'm saying? I'm finna go out and buy me a belt, nigga. What you mean? I just created a championship, a pathway for a success story for myself. See, niggas be trying to see if they team gonna win at the end of the year and root for that person, root for this person, but you're not rooting for yourself, playboy, playgirl. Ah, science, nigga, science. You're not rooting for yourself. You're not winning enough championships. You don't have enough wins out here. You feel what I'm saying? And that goes back into if you supporting a losing team as well. That can go into that. And that goes back into getting away from people in 2019. It don't mean you know well. Get on a winning team. You feel me, family? Get on the winning team. Create the winning team. Some of us got to create our own winning team because we done chose to get on certain people's squad, certain people's team, and they can't win. So what you going to have to do is you're going to have to step away from the court and you're going to have to go ahead and pick you another starting squad so you can get rolling. So you can start winning. You feel me? So you can start winning. Because clearly the squad you running with right now, y'all not getting no W's. You smell me? So in order to get those W's, get you a winning freaking team, man. And start creating your own championships. You know? Create your own championship. Create your own award for yourself. Did you hear what I just said? Create your own award for yourself in 2019. And you do that by setting yourself up to be a winner. But you set yourself up to be a winner in your day-to-day life. Get away from so much vicariously living through other people's success. Because we do that a lot. We do that a lot. I ain't even gonna trip. I've been in a place like that before. You know what I'm saying? And you gauge your success off of someone else's success, especially if, you know, a lot of times you trying to help somebody succeed. But if that is your truth and that's truly what you want to be doing is helping somebody else succeed, you may be, you know, a real mild person. It may be like a woman that just want to help her husband succeed and that's her joy in life, to see him get his goals. Okay, if that's what your creator put you here to do, okay, ain't nobody knocking that. But what I'm saying is if you got dreams, goals, aspirations, wants, desires, you know, things that you want to do, make sure that you're doing those things. You know what I'm saying? Make sure that you're doing those things. Make sure that you're doing those things. And I also mentioned last week, you don't have to tell everybody what you own in order to be on it. Because that goes back to the vampire energy suckers. A lot of times, once you tell a vampire energy sucker, somebody that you know is a vampire energy sucker, they're going to, in most cases, they're going to give you some feedback that's going to deter you from actually manifesting what you're trying to manifest in that resolution, in that goal, in that championship, in that award that you have set aside for yourself when you succeed in that thing that you want to do. So let's be mindful of that, family. Let's really be mindful of that. Creating our own championship. Own championship. Be mindful of that. Walking in truth. Just recapping. No Kohn going into the new year. You don't really understand the dynamic of you being yourself. People respect. I see Gina Kohn chiming in. Hey, cousin. People don't understand the power of realness. People say it a lot, but people don't really get it. When you say he keeping it real does not necessarily mean um, gang banging and whatever that nonsense that a lot of us do when we're youth, when we're young in the streets or whatever. That's not keeping it real. To me, keeping it real to me is when you able to be yourself and be transparent around anybody that you around. You don't have to change faces for you to fit in. You know what I'm saying? That's keeping it real. Keeping it real is when you have an ideology about how the system is oppressing you and yours in your community. But when you get around a conversation of white people, the conversation changes and it's like, oh yeah, it's getting a lot better. No. You're not keeping it real. You're not keeping it real. You're not keeping it real with yourself. So that's what I'm saying going forward. I see Heath just chimed in. What's up, family? Like the video, everybody. T-LUV podcast, episode 14. I'm going to keep coming with the information. Every podcast just been better and better and better. I'm nourishing the ability to be able to communicate and dialogue this information to my family. So it's a beautiful thing. And y'all already know I'm going to keep giving y'all the music. So, that's not going to stop. So, y'all stay tuned for the new music. But, yeah. Yeah, family. We got a long road ahead of us, y'all. Got a long road ahead of us. Because I see it every day, man. It's like black folks are morphing into an ugly creature. And I think I have to go in and say, as far as with my black women, and I know a lot of the brothers can church on this right here. It's getting to a point where your woman is not your woman no more. Your woman belongs to society. And what I mean by that is most of these brothers nowadays, they not running their households because a lot of times their counterpart is making more money than them. And then we see where social media, social engineering got our people all out of whack. Everybody want to cheat. Everybody want to do this, do that. So even when you got a situation where you do got a breadwinner type of man that's paying the bills and holding it down for his family, you got the wife stepping out or vice versa. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we are mentally in a place where we really confused right now, y'all. In 2019, we got to do better. We got to do better. We got to start, again, living in truth. Got to live in truth. So, women, start with y'all. If you married a dude, and there's no knock on my brothers out there with the GEDs or the brothers out there that didn't finish high school, but my niggas that still know how to get out there and hustle, understand that about that brother you choose, miss. Understand that about that brother you chose. He chose you, you chose him. And if when you met him, you was okay with his $10 an hour at the table, embrace that. And if it's a way for you to help him get, make more, do better, help him nourish that. But don't look at him crazy because that's what you chose. Now, maybe if you were, if you wanted a dude that was, college graduate, somebody that maybe making 20, 25 an hour, like that's the dude that you have to choose. Like, and I know we say, I fell in love with him or whatever, and I just thought, blah, blah, blah. No, 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 no. Don't do that. Don't do that. You knew that he was hustling weed when you met him. You knew he was cooking at Shoney's or wherever he was cooking at. That was good enough for you. Okay? So, if you want him to do better, help him do better. You know what I'm saying? Like, we gotta stop trying to down our brothers out there for the brothers that ain't, making 50K a year, 100K a year, like a lot of y'all women want these brothers to be making. You know what I'm saying? So understand that about yourself. Be true to yourself. Have knowledge yourself. If that's what you want, make sure you manifest that and you seek that. And don't put that stress on a brother that you chose, that you knew he only had a GED or he dropped out or this is what he was doing when you first met him. And after about 6 months of even communicating with him, okay, won't you do this, won't you do that, won't you do this, and you see that he not doing nothing, but you chose to stay with him, okay, be true to that. If you can't be true to that, and move on. Leave the energy vampires alone. If he's an energy vampire, leave him alone. You feel me? It worked both sides, worked both ways. But if he's contributing and he's trying and he's helping you with them bills and them babies, leave him alone. Y'all got alone to leave this black man alone. Give him some peace. Because there's nothing like peace. If you don't have peace, you don't have shit as a black man, as a brother. Check. Check. You don't have peace, you ain't getting shit, Nick. You feel me? T-LUV Talks podcast, episode 14. We dropping the information, dropping the knowledge, dropping the facts, talking about 2019. We coming in. We basically making 2019 our bitch. Walking in 2019. We living in truth. Forget all the lies. Forget all the cooning. Forget all of that, dog. Forget all of that cooning, that shucking and jiving, walking in the office. Forget all of that. Because what ultimately happens is once you start dealing with truth, truth is just another expression of light. And light is another expression of transformation and growth. So when you live in your life in truth, you probably going a lot of the dark, negative energy, a lot of the people that really don't fuck with you, that shit probably, they going to just fall away. They're going to crumble. They're going to fall. And what's going to happen is real people with real good energy that's about the life that you're about, those are the people that you're going to start, you know what I'm saying? Those people are going to start coming into your presence or whatnot. So that's my message as well. Make sure you're dealing with that. Make sure you're dealing with that right there. Draw in good people, y'all. I see Tina watching. I see Bushwood watching. See Hank watching, man. Appreciate y'all watching. Please like the video. Share the video. Comment on the video if you got anything you want to discuss in today's topic. But that's the recap. You're going to make 2019 your bitch. You're going to not shuck and jive. You're not going to go into the new year cooning. You're going to go into the new year living in a certain truth to where people will respect your mentality in your walk and how you do your thing. That's how you deal with it. Because I'm going to tell you, even with white folks, man, I'm going to tell you, and I said this before, they deal off of feelings. They're going to react one or two ways when you deal with them in truth. They either going to love the hell out of you or you're going to have to get the hell away from them fast before you go to jail. Okay? It's just that simple with them. It ain't no, they not, it's just that simple with them. They either this or they either that. And you'll know it immediately once you deal with them. But that's another part of you living in your truth, because a lot of times you be trying to talk all proper around white folks and shit like that, and these people are some of the most lowest frequency individuals on the face of the planet. Not all of them, but a lot of them are some of the most lowest frequency individuals. And what I mean by that, you can use your imagination. I can give you some examples, but they some filthy people, a lot of them. You know that about them. You know that. You've seen the stuff that's going around on the internet, some of the German porn, where they be sleeping with all these different type of animals. Like, you go do the research yourself, family. I'm not making this up. You know the history of the Roman Catholic Church with the pedophilia. You know the culture. You know it already. So that's why I want you to embrace you as the original person, understanding that what you think is an imperfection is actually the essence of what's keeping this planet going. Your ebonics, your swag, your dreads, your natural essence, your goals in the mouth. Everybody want to be like you. Everybody want to rap now. Post Malone. You got the other white boy, Mac Miller, that overdose, trying to go too hard. White boy crazy. Like, that's another example of the low frequency. Rest him away, if whatever. But anyway, that's just another example. But we're gonna have to walk in the truth of blackness, because everybody want to be you for real, for real. And I see you black women. I see y'all. Y'all have been creative with these hairstyles. I see the black women now with the blonde hair. But I can assure you, I mean, I'm not going to say it's not cute on some of y'all. Some of y'all it look totally foolish on, because shit just don't work for certain tones or whatever. But anyway, I really don't even approve shit. Fuck it. But anyway, if these white women could have that natural, nappy, curly, symmetric hair that you black women have, they would change it in a heartbeat. Trust me. They would change it in a heartbeat. You see in how they tanning. They tanning like crazy. This is a business for them. They have tanning salons all over the country. They go and solicit. They go to Dominican Republic. They fly into some of these places to get ass transplants. Some of them can get it legally done. Here in the States, they get the fat transferred in the ass. They getting the lips now. It used to be joked upon. They had the big lips. Now all the white women want the big lips. Come on, y'all. Like, come on. Stop fronting. They want to be you. Or not even that serious or aggressive. They just want to experience what the original man and woman experienced, which gives them a closer connection to us. So that's another way to look at it. I'm just speaking science. I'm just saying. Am I lying though? Is it not happening? It's just like with Wall Street. When you go to Wall Street, what all the white boys rocking in Wall Street? They rocking black suits. Black is a form of power. They try to demonize it to where it's like, a blackout, black hole, they use a lot of terms for black that is kind of, supposedly not positive. The black sheep of the family. Just little terms like that. But black is beautiful, man. Black is wonderful, man. That's all of that is brainwashing, man. But a lot of us truly feel like that. I had a conversation with one of my clients the other day, and she exposed to me that how she was raised. She was actually raised to embrace the lighter skin, a lighter skinned partner, basically, so her children would come out lighter. So she wound up procreating with a Mexican guy. And needless to say, she got two beautifully melanated children, not as melanated as they should have been, but she had an awakening 4 or 5 years down the road and was like, whoa, I'm not even really connected to this man. Like, like she was like his touch, his smell. She was like, just certain stuff just started bothering her. Cleaning up after him. She was like, it was like cleaning up after a little poodle or something. It was funny. She was telling a story. I was like, wow. So we get in a situation where a lot of times we get socially engineered to feel like, okay, white is beautiful or whatever, lighter is beautiful, and we negate the fact that that lighter, gene is a recessive gene, in most cases. So you wind up putting yourself at risk of dealing with somebody spiritually and physically that's not on the same level as you. I mean, of course not mentally, because mentally you're moral. They're not moral. We see that. They're going all over the world, destroying, killing nature, wars. I mean, it's constant. It's constant. It's not going to stop. It's not going to stop. The only way it stops truly if we stop participating. What you mean, T-LUV? You got to stop participating in white supremacy. You have to create a place in your head to where you understand that you are the true original God on this earth. Like, and you have to get to that point, man. And you have to stop, like, letting people be your God. They can't be our God. We can't serve them. We've served them for 400 years, y'all. 500 years, y'all. We got to stop serving them. They've got all the coffee and tea and crumpets they gonna get out of us. It's gotta be complicated for them. You can't make everything easy. We gotta make them deal with some stuff. And a lot of times, like I said before, when you make them deal with stuff, it's not even gonna cause a conflict. It's just gonna cause an empowerment inside of you, because once you recognize that your truth, it holds firm in the universe, when you use it on people and they digress to your knowledge, then you walk around like the God you is. But when you sit around here and keep biting your tongue and you keep letting that white supervisor, while you going to the restroom, you need to let me know. You need to send me an email. What's your problem? Am I going to keep having to say something to you? You going to keep doing that going forward? That's your truth, right? You're going to keep going into that job And that where them people make you feel like you a child? Or are you going to step out on what you know that you should be doing, which it might be your own business, it might just be working from home, whatever it is, to where you ain't got nobody telling you what to do, and you living your best life. You living in your truth, because you know when you go to that job, your truth is they're draining you. They're energy vampires. They're sucking you dry. That's the truth, family. That's the truth. A lot of us don't want to admit it. We try to go along to get along. Yeah. I mean, Ed's not too bad. Tammy's not too bad. She just wants to make sure that we're doing what we're. No, she micromanaging you. She's mentally enslaving you through a corpus. She's mentally trying to break you down so that every day when you come in there, you're broke down. That's what's happening, family. And it's a strategic thing that they do, to our people, the secret relationship between white folks and Negroes. They give you a little crumb, hit the clicker, and you dance. You smile. That's over with, family. Y'all got to start going inside of these places and living in your truth. Being that stern, you don't have to joke around and laugh all the time. My wife, she had a situation this year where, it's the holidays or whatever, right before Christmas, they put up a bulletin and it had some little elves on it. And it said something like, all the little niggies going out to play. I guess it was like supposed to be some type of phrase for like elves or little people or whatever. And nobody in the office wanted to say anything. And she looked at it and she was like, hold up. She was like, all the little niggies go out to play in the snow. It was like some little elves. She's like, hold up, no, this ain't right. This ain't right. Let me go to HR and let them know what's up. Nobody wanted to say nothing. And HR agreed with her and said that it was inappropriate. And when you go and do the research on any word generally that starts out with N-I-G, the root word of that is going to be nigga, niga. It's going to be nigga when you go back to it. You talking about niggy. No, stop it. Just stop it. But they do little stuff like that, and they'll put it right in your peripheral, and you won't say anything because you don't want to stir up anything. But you're the little niggy. That's you they're talking about in the email when they send it out, the little niggy. Stay woke, family. Stay woke. 2019, we making it our BICTH. No more getting pimped out here. And a lot of us, we can survive off the money. We're not being pimped with the money. We're just being pimped mentally. You know what I'm saying? So, got to get to at least a point, family, where you have enough mental fortitude to live in truth. Because, again, the breakdown of all of this is when you start living in that truth, truth is just an expression of light. So once you start living your life in truth, you're going to have a lot of light coming your way. A lot of positive energy, a lot of positive things coming at you, dog. Sis. Believe that. Believe it. see how long we've been going live. I usually try to go at least 2 hours, family. Y'all gotta hear the song again too. I'm gonna play the unfinished version of a new song called Freak. Open the show up with it, and I'm gonna let y'all check it out. I just sent this off to one of my good homies, and hopefully he will be doing his thing on the song. Hold on, let me go here. All right, here we go. Maybe I can type it in this. Okay, here we go. New song, Freak. It is unfinished, but I did send it off to a good friend of mine, producer, that is gonna put his spin on it, and I'm praying he gonna drop a verse on it too. New song by T-LUV, yours truly. You watching the T-LUV Talks podcast, episode 14, family. Let's go. New song, Freak. Yeah. T-LUV. It may sound familiar to you. Every freaking night, Jodeci. I wanna freak your body in every freaking way, every freaking day, and every freaking night. I wanna freak your body's so freaking tight. Every freaking day, and every freaking night. I wanna freak your body's so freaking tight. Blessings, blessings, blessings. Cuz Brad, I see you just chiming in. See my cousin just chiming in. Please like the video, share the video. Episode 14, y'all. New music by yours truly, Mr. T-LUV. 2019. Every freaking night, I wanna freak your body's so freaking tight. Every freaking day, and every freaking night, I wanna freak your body's so freaking tight, Family. Song is very incomplete right now, but new music, Freak, yours truly. Every freaking night and every freaking day, wanna freak your body in every freaking way. Every freaking night and every freaking day, wanna freak your body in every freaking way. Every freaking day and every freaking night, I wanna freak your body's so freaking tight. Every freaking day. Every freaking night, I wanna freak your body's so freaking tight. Yeah. So that's new music, family. Freak. That's being worked on by a good friend of mine right now. I just sent it out to him a few days ago, so hoping he gonna put an ill ass verse and do some crazy ad-libs and all that other good stuff to the song. But we're gonna definitely stay consistent with the new music. But to get back to just to recap tonight's topics, going into 2019, staying away from energy sucking vampires, being able to walk in your truth, and that's a beautiful thing. And I know a lot of my business owning black people and my people that's self-employed, a lot of them get to experience that power because they employ themselves and they take care of themselves. Basically, they create their own incomes. So we got to get into that going forward into the new year. And even if you're not, if that's not your personality, if you're just a good worker, and you're a good worker, and you go to your job every day and you handle your business, stop letting these people try you when you go to your job. Stick up for yourself. If some kind of way they figure out some kind of way to get you out of there, I promise you, God got something else better for you. I promise you. But that's what happens a lot of times. We get in these dead end situations around dead end people that don't want to see us do anything positive. They don't want to see us grow. You've been with the company 5 years. You should have been in the position to be a supervisor by now. But these people not trying to, they just want you to work all these hours. You may have to move on, family. You may have to put yourself in a position to where you can transition and create something and get around people that's going to appreciate you for that work ethic and what you're doing. And you may just have to deal with those people in truth and be like, hey, this is what it is. But whatever it is, y'all got to deal in truth this year going forward. You know what I'm saying? They say truth in the light. The truth is the light. Shit. Ultimately, that's what it is. That's what it transitions into. And that light will follow you if you going around here and you're not living a lie, play girl. And that spawned off a lot of things. That spawned off of relationships, people you dealing with, people you with. They don't mean well for you, but you still with them. Guess what? You're gonna be just in that hole with them. You're gonna be going down that same lane. If you want to switch lanes, switch cars. AKA people. Make 2019 your hell. Stop it, black folks. Stop cooning. Stop shucking and jiving. Stop it. Stop tap dancing unless that's your profession. If tap dancing is not your profession, stop tap dancing around these people. Because ultimately, at the end of the day, they're trying to figure out how to transition into be you. They're trying to get the darker skin. They're trying to get the butts. They're trying to get the lips. Ladies, the white boys, yep, they want the penises. They're trying to, whatever they can do to stretch them out. They want your natural essence. All of them not bad. And I'm not going to make this about that going into 2018, but I am going to make the focal point about truth. And that's some of our biggest issues. That's why I'm focusing in on that, because we like to Kohn a lot. And if that's who you are, by all means, please live that truth. But let's be real with each other. Let's be real. That's not who we are. We've been taught to act like these people. We've been taught to walk like these people. We've been taught to serve their God. We've been taught to think that integration was the answer. Integration would be the answer to all our problems. We've been taught that the historically black colleges gives you just as good as opportunity as a white college. But that's not true, family. That's not true. But what is true, a white man that's a high school dropout will more than likely make 2 times more than a black man with a bachelor's degree. Oh, let me say that again. A white man that dropped out of high school in this country will 9 times out of 10 double what a black man would make in this country with a bachelor's degree. Do your research, family. Got a long way to go, family. Got a long way to go. Live in your truth. I don't know if I told this story last week, but I had a white client that told me she supported Trump. Now me, I'm not a political. I'm I, I'm not a. I don't get into the politics with people too tough. But she said she supported Trump. She loved Trump, and I was gonna leave it at that. I wasn't gonna really say nothing. I was like, oh okay, ha 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 ha, you know. And then she went on to say, people just need to let the past stay in the past. And that's when I was like, time out, time out, time out, time out. I was like, you know what? We would let the past stay in the past, but your people have traumatically traumatized us through the oppression, through the slavery throughout the country. So it keeps coming up right now today, and it's really difficult for us to get past this. So, I mean, at that point, she was like, I'm just saying, I love everybody. That's what she went to. I'm not playing. She just went straight to that. Well, I love everybody, but if I would have just kept on, and that's why I didn't stop her when she said she liked Trump and she supported Trump. I just let her keep talking. And then once it got to a point, because she got an opinion, she can love Trump. There's nothing wrong with her loving Trump, because I know, you know, as far as with his policies, he's just doing what he's supposed to do, because he's protecting white supremacy. He's protecting the white agenda. That's what he's supposed to do. You can't get mad at a white man for protecting what white people interests. So I understood that aspect of the conversation. I was like, yeah, okay, whatever, yeah. And then she went on to say the other part, like I said, and I was just like, nah. And then again, she regurgitated everything. And that's what happens most of the time. When they know that you have knowledge and they know that you walking in truth, and you're not one of these niggas that's just gonna suck up all of that BS that they giving you about these folks and about the situations that's happening, they will 9 times out of 10 they will fold and they will bow to what you are saying, because they can't challenge you. You know why they can't challenge you? Because you are the original man and woman. And once you know yourself and you walk in truth, they're not going to challenge you. And if they do challenge you, just get the hell away from them. Just get the hell away from them. Robert, what's up, boy? But yeah, if I'm lying, I'm flying, family. I study behavior. I study human behavior. I study black behavior. I study white behavior. I study these people. If you make them feel good, they won't bother you. They'll leave you alone. They'll make your life easier if you make them feel good. But if you make them uncomfortable and you challenge them with your mind, like I said before, you either gonna make them come in a place of humbleness and a complete appreciation and submissiveness, or you're gonna have to get the hell away from them. But I think we're in a time now where a lot of people can appreciate truth. I mean, I think people can appreciate truth right now, because we just got so much shit going on, and that's all black people got to understand. Like, the spotlight is always on you. You would make the planet tick and talk. You may not think you do, but it's over a couple of billion of us. We make the planet tick and talk, the melanated people on the planet. We the ones that make these companies go for these folks. We the ones that entertain a lot of the foolishness to keep their generational wealth. We're the ones that keep it going. So again, the solution is mental. You have to let go of the paradigm. You know, somebody who good and giving message on this is Brother Panic. Check out Brother Panic. He came up under Bobby Hemmett. But you have to get to a point, family, where you have to understand a lot of this shit is an illusionary. This shit is not set up for you. It's not set up for you to pay attention to, but you do pay attention to it. You know, it go back to which, if you want to call it the matrix, you caught up in this shit. A lot of this shit. Shit do not even make you tick and talk. Shit does not affect your life, but you're caught up in it. But once we get to a point where we can stop getting caught up in this shit, we can get off the grid more or less, be more self-sufficient as a people, actually start coming together, unifying, you know, then we can start making some changes. But in the meantime, between time, you can't unify with a dead people. We're going to have to start with some self-awareness, some self-improvement. That's the only way you're going to be able to deal with other people, if you're improving yourself. And that's a fact, family. So, you know, 2019, baby, we got to kick it. We got to kick his ass, y'all. Real talk. Real freaking talk, y'all. You watching the T-LUV podcast. This is episode 14. I appreciate you chiming in with me again. You could have been anywhere else in the world, y'all, but y'all here with your boy right now. I appreciate you for that. Appreciate you for that. T-LUV in the building. All right. So I think we're going to go ahead and get ready to wrap the show up, y'all. I'm pretty sure I've been going close to 2 hours. But it's been a pleasure as usual. Again, try to catch me on Thursdays. I keep saying this. I'm going to try to get more than one night during the week on the podcast, so we can dialect a little bit more, talk about some more stuff, y'all. Maybe even do a daytime podcast. We always open to guests, so if you want to chime in on the topic, you can always ask to try to get tagged into the video so we can talk. But yeah, it's been a beautiful thing, y'all. Please, again, like the video, share the video. A lot of powerful information that I gave out tonight. Going forward into the new year, I want you all to utilize that, family. I may not know everything, but I do know some things, family, and I know that we're not going to get to where we need to go as an individual or as a people unified if we don't work on start walking in truth. Get away from the liars, get away from the energy vampires, start dealing with these Europeans and these people in a real truth. Understand that you are the moral standard on this planet right now. You are what makes the planet tick and talk. Everybody is watching you. It's over 2 billion of you. You're the original man and woman. Let's be clear on that. Our history, there is no date. We can just go back to start looking at some of the things like in Egypt and Kemet. We can look at the pyramids. We can look at the Giza Plateau. Some of these things are carbon dated, over 90,000 years old. So we do know that these things were built at the same time. So it's like, family, you're a special creation, family. You're one with the creation. You've always been here. You've been here with the creation of life itself. So that's the aspect of you knowing yourself when you truly go back and you do the research on the things that some of the grand masters have found out about our history. We are truly an amazing people, and we cannot be defined by a mortgage, by a bill. We've done this, we've been there, we've done that. We have to be more or less defined on where we are mentally, because we've been taught by savage people, and now we live our lives lying to try to fit in with these people and not being our true selves, not understanding that they truly want to be like you, family. So keep it real. We talked about keeping it real, and keeping it real is when you walking in your true light. You don't have to switch your tone up all the time. If you want to switch it up to talk to a Caucasian, switch it up. Says if you want them to understand you. But in most cases, I wouldn't let them figure out what I'm saying. Figure out the words if I'm speaking too urban for you to catch up. You know, because it's a beautiful language. I swing and excuse me, I slang and I swag is impeccable, and it is the essence of a heartbeat of life itself, how we move, and we need to start transitioning into being something else more than what we are. And I do believe that has a lot to do with us starting to get back to, again, more natural essences, eating more, eating things that are more conducive to us, not being a health nut or fanatic, because you're a slave to that if you start being a slave to a diet, but just getting the patterns of being more conscious of things that are making sure that your third eye is open, is wide open. You are having that secretion of serotonin and melatonin as need be day and night so that you can function out here with this beast at the best of your ability. You heard me? So, I'm going to get out of here. Again, family, it's been wonderful. You know, I'm T-LUV. You've been watching T-LUV Talks Podcast, episode 14. I'm T-LUV. T-LUV Talks, telling you to do what you love, family. All right, y'all, I'm out. Peace.